plenty of that.
Yeah, it was brilliant too. It's in the middle of the over too, so they can just milk the last bit.
George aware of the one to get the breakthrough to get the Australians back on track here.
And Rach still feel that spin's the best way forward, trying to find...
Yeah, the leggy away from the right-hander. Particularly the match-up with Katie Martin, so hopefully we can snag one here.
Beautifully bowled, Georgia Wareham. Aussies are back in it.
Beautifully commentated, Rachel Haynes as well. Better here. Georgia Wareham, the consistence of New Zealand. Katie Martin trying to get herself some space. The old analogy.
Amy Satterthwaite, terrific knock from Katie Martin, 23 off 24. Half-century partnership. It set it up for a New Zealand victory. They require 28 from 27. Georgia Wareham has provided a little twist. A little twist to the tail.
Not surprising too. And this is probably one of the big differences between Australia and the rest of the teams in the world. Australia know how to win. So regardless of the situation that they're in, 9 times out of 10 they find a way, particularly when their backs are against the wall.
Not sure if this is true or not, Mel, but Georgia Wareham just looks to be attacking the crease a little bit faster in a run-up than previous, or am I looking at something that's not there?
Could not confirm or deny.
Take that, Hodge, and run with it.
Yeah, that's a win.
It's a win.
Thank you. Just see here, just pushing off on that first 1 or 2 steps. The ball just seems to be going through the air a little bit quicker than previous times I've seen her. Might be just the excitement of not playing any cricket for a long period of time.
Be it as well.
On the new player, get that run rate up above 7 and 8 if you can. As we see Georgia Wareham, exciting over, wicket in it. New Zealand 4 for 9.
Breakthrough at Saturday as this champions.
For the Australian
That's
back.
right. The uber-talented Amelia Kerr makes her way out to the centre of Allan Border Field. New Zealand have victory within sight. Can they finish it off? They need 26 off 22. They are desperate to break a 13-run losing streak against Australia in international cricket. 6 ODIs and 7 T20s. They're within sight, but can they finish it off? Because this champion Australian team has other ideas.
Three critical balls here from Jess Jonathan. As we look at the replay, under edge, onto the stumps, excitement from the Australians. You can just sense, they can feel it in their grasp now. They've clawed their way back into this game. Not letting that run rate get out of hand. Consider herself a fraction lucky, Satterthwaite, but Jess Jonathan's been supreme. 1 for 15 off 3.4 overs, 2 balls to go in her spell. Stepping up to the plate again.
Every ball is like its own little mini match, isn't it?
This is where Meg Lanning can come into play too, with just owning the pace of the game as well.
Great call.
Go, Jono. Well done.
So the Aussies have squeezed 7 runs from the last 17 deliveries. They've turned the game around with wickets. And that's a great spell from Jess Jonathan. 4 overs, 1 for 15 for her. New Zealand are 5 for 99.
Brilliant spell. 15 dot deliveries, Jess Jonathan, in those 4 overs.
Once again, a great crowd considering COVID restrictions. There'd be a lot more if we would allow them to come in.
Well, I think that's why they had those green and gold hats on. They were so broad because it is COVID. You've got it's your 1.5 metre hat.
You've got to space it out. Otherwise, I'll be right next to you, Bill. I know you and Pricey are mad huggers. You love it.
Oh, yes. Constantly.
Constantly.
This is the best time of our lives.
Nothing better than just launching straight in for a hug with her. Look at her face. Classic. Anyway, back to this. And Megan Shute. And a huge opportunity. Lanning again goes to her strike bowler.
Catch me, catch.
And just misses. It was up and Lanning dived. Couldn't have been far away. 100's up for New Zealand.
Yeah, Georgia Wareham. Thought we may have seen her again bowling this one. This would have been one of those decisions Meg Lanning would have just wrestled with in her mind.
Plenty of that. Lofts. But there is coverage which restricts it to 1.
Yeah, Megan Shute, we know how economical she can be at the death overs. So it's not surprising that Meg's turned to her premier fast bowler. Wonder if we'll see Georgia Wareham sneak another over in. Sophie Molyneux's got 1 left. 2 right-handers at the crease. Commence with lovely variations, so plenty of at all.
So suddenly now New Zealand looking for a boundary.
Just 10 runs from the last 21 deliveries. The Aussies have really turned it around.
Pretty sure 21 deliveries ago, Mel, Richo questioned my belief about the Aussies getting over the line.
You might find that I did that in the ad break for a reason.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I can't quite remember that, Richard.
Yeah, Mel, I'm with you, OAM. 4 off this over.
Easy.
In the blink of an eye, that required run rate is at now over 9, so 20 from 13. And you can't hear them too much. Usually they're reasonably consistent in the field, but I think what it means to me for the Australians is they're all focused. They're on the money, they're making sure that they're owning their position, their eyes on Meg Lanning, any subtle changes.
And now outside edge. Luck could be a fortune there. Well, it's worth 4. Another little twist to the tail. 2 overs remain. New Zealand requires 16.
Well, you need a bit of luck, don't you? If you're chasing down any total in a T20 match. So, yeah. Just rolling the fingers across that one, Megan Schutt. Massive swing of the willow. And often when you get an outside edge, it does run all the way.
New Zealand wouldn't have wanted this game to go down to the last couple of deliveries, but it looks like we're heading that way, doesn't it?
That's where we're going.
Yeah, it's one of those things, the batting unit, where right now you're standing there looking at Sophie Molyneux thinking, righto, well, what do we have to do here? We're going to take the long handle. If we do, does that open up an opportunity to chase down less than we want in the last over? Often you've got to push as hard as you can in the 19th over.
Yeah, yep.
So this game will go either way this over.
Who said that it's a dead rubber? It doesn't mean anything. The silence with the Australians, the look on their face, you can tell they are desperate to continue this domination over New Zealand.
Slightly different trajectory to contend with Sophie Molyneux. Jess Jonathan taller, more into the wicket bowler, getting some action off the surface. Sophie, a little bit slower, a little bit more aerial.
Interesting to see how brave Sophie Molyneux is here and changing her pace. In the past, when people have been going at it, she's gotten flatter and quicker. And what she's been working on is just taking the pace off it, being brave.
Oh,
Beautifully bowled.
Like that.
Wonder if that would have hit the bails if they were black. No,
Fool.
that's bounced. It's taken off the surface. It's really well bowled. You're talking about holding your nerve, Mel, as a bowler. And if you can think on the opposite trade of if you're batting, what would you like? And you want pace on the ball. So you've just got to sit there and think, oh, I just need some courage to just hold it back, slow everything down. Because you want the process to hurry up and finish. You want to get out of your over, leave it up to someone else.
Well, gets through the gap and runs away for 4.
One of the most exciting players on the international circuit at such a young age.
She's a champ, isn't she?
Who would have thought, as an 18-year-old coming out in the heat of the battle against the world champs, people would think, oh no, but she's been there, done it on so many occasions, internationally, domestic T20 franchises around the world. Backed herself to hit the gap. Didn't give them a chance to catch her because she knew she had the skill to find the gap and find the boundary.
Now, advantage back to New Zealand. They did 10 off 8. Shouts of catch it, but it's going to be one bounce.
Oh, it's going to be a nail biter. This is an importantly incredible ball. Sophie
crucial,
Molyneux,
isn't it?
there's huge pressure. All she'll be thinking is, let's get out of this with a single, and hopefully she can execute to her field that that's the result that she's after.
Will the captains be thinking something else at the moment too, from both sides?
Super over. It's always a chance.
Do not go anywhere. This is going down to the wire.
Seen 2 super overs so far in the Indian Premier League. It looks like it might happen again here at Ellen Border Field. That's the end of the over. It's 5 for 116.
So Molyneux finishes with 31 off her 4 overs. Who do you throw the ball to, Mel?
Well, what are the options at the moment is Megan Shute has 1, Kimmins has 2, Wareham has 1, and please, without even really looking at the screen, which I just did then anyway, so you have to go to Megan Shute. Pace on the ball, yes, but a wealth of experience.
So Wareham ends up with 1 over up her sleeve after getting the big breakthrough.
I reckon the first time they tied, it wasn't a super over. It was, remember way back in the day, it was a bowl-off? I think that was the first time these two teams tied in a T20. It was a bowl-off. So it won't be that today.
New Zealand, 8 to win, 7 for a super over, and Australia need to keep them below those marks. And Megan Shute with the ball in hand. Can she hit?
Oh. Beautifully bowled. That leg cutter of Megan Schute's is outstanding. You just feel that there's always pace off the ball and opportunity for a run out. The skipper wasn't the strongest throw from the skipper, just looked like she was actually going to throw it to Megan Shute, but she didn't get behind the stumps.
Doesn't have the best shoulder going around world cricket.
Goes lofts down the ground, she gets it over the top, and that makes it really interesting. Amelia Kerr has grabbed this game by the scruff of the neck.
That tournament where I said Leah Tahuhu did a shoulder celebrating the win, this was the tournament where I first started to see Amelia Kerr really strike the ball nicely with the bat as well. She's done it at the end. I think she almost would like to be known as potentially batting in around that 5 position as the finisher for New Zealand. She's got a massive opportunity. 3 from 4.
So 2 for 18 with the ball, and now is doing a wonderful job with the bat to close it out. 14 off 9, and to break a 13-game losing sequence against the all-conquering Australians. This will be a huge moment for New Zealand.
In.
What's the response from the champion Shute? She's got enough of that. Has she found the gap? Yes, she has. And New Zealand, with Amelia Kerr, have finally defeated Australia. They've come over the top to win by 5 wickets. And Amelia Kerr, brilliant with the bat to back up her 2 wickets with the ball. 2 for 18 off 4. What a young star she is.
I think she likes having her sister in the team as well. What a day for the Kerrs. Amelia, brilliant. Nerves of steel. Bowled well. Her second best bowling performance against the Aussies. And then has come out in a crunch time for New Zealand with wickets falling around. Needed to hit the gaps, needed to find the boundary. She's done just that. 18 off 10 deliveries to get the Kiwis over the line.
Well, it's an amazing effort from the Kiwis. It's first win against Australia since February 2017, so they'll be more than happy to break those shackles, and it's just been a quality performance. They started with the ball early, they fielded well, they only put 1 catch down and came out with the bat, and well, sensational talent, and that'll put them in a great stead with a lot of confidence builder going into the one-day internationals.
Suddenly the ODIs look a lot different now.